Okay, let's continue. Like, what is Java? Like, what is inheritance in Java? What we know about that? So basically in Java, it is possible to inherit attributes and methods from one class to another, right? So we group the inheritance concept in two categories, like subclass and superclass. So subclass you can say like child class, and superclass you can say like parent class. So what subclass will do? So the class that inherits from another class, right? So this subclass will do inherit from the superclass. Okay, and the class like superclass will do what? That parent class, the class that being inherit from the subclass. Okay. Uh, so basically, what inheritance is? So inheritance is a mechanism in Java that allows a class to inherit the property and behavior of another class. Okay. The subclass can extend the superclass. Okay, by the extend keyword. Okay, meaning it can reuse and extend the functionality. Okay, uh, extend the functionality defines in the superclass that we actually whatever the functionality or attribute, you can say attribute or method, whatever we define in a superclass, that is like inherit in the child class. Okay. uh, let's and like say this class allows a class to inherit it. What class? Like this is a subclass or dividend class. Okay. Derived class. And like another class, this will be like super class or base class. And To inherit from a class, we use the extend keyword. Okay. So let's see some example how we do this. So first we see the syntax, okay, like how we declare the inheritance, okay, basically. So syntax will be like to declare inheritance, like we use extend keyword followed by the name of the superclass, okay, defining in the subclasses, okay, that what we are calling that superclass to into the subclasses, okay. So basically we will create a class. In that class we will define uh, uh, all our attributes, and that attributes we will access in some different class, that is our subclass, okay. So syntax will be like this. After superclass we have the subclass. Subclass, this class will do what? Subclass, we created a subclass, and like this class having its own body. And now we are going to inherit whatever the property inside this superclass. So to inherit those property, we use extend keyword. Extends. Okay. That class name, whatever the class name, we will just pass it here. This is the syntax. Let's come. Uh, Inherit. So let's create a. So let's create a class, and we don't give any method in that class. So let's create a vehicle class. Okay, we will. So we are going to create a vehicle class that is a super class. Okay. So now So vehicle class is created. I'm creating another class. A class car. Okay. And say like this car having the main method inside it. We can give a main method. Okay. So what is the main method? Like how we give that? Public static void main, right? So we already created, right? Car class and the vehicle class. Now we are going to define some attribute inside the vehicle class. Okay. Like attribute and some method we are going to define inside this. Let's say, uh, this is the method I'm creating. Okay. And we can pass some body inside that method. If this is a abstract class and if this is a abstract method, in that case, we cannot give a body here, right? I just tell you to remember the thing. We can give a body. Okay. So honk will do what? It will give the sound, that honk. Okay. And so we created some attribute inside this vehicle class. So if I want to get access this string, like whatever attributes and whatever method I have created inside this vehicles class, I want to access this vehicle class attribute inside this car class, right? So for that, what I need to do, I need to inherit the property of the vehicle class. For that, what we know actually, if we want to like inherit the property of the super class or parent class, for that, what we need to do, we use the extend keyword, right? So extends our vehicle class, okay, extend vehicle. So now this will extending the vehicle class. Now whatever the property we have inside this vehicle class, we we get access. Okay. Uh, Now we can do the say like we can create a object of the car. Okay. And by creating object, we can get access. Okay. So basically, why? Because if we need to get access of that public, right? This is a public class. So to get access of that, we need to create an object of this class. Okay. And this class, this car class is already inheriting the property of vehicle class. So we don't need to create a object of this vehicle class, right? If like we need to create a property of the car class. Once we created the property of the car class, we can get access whatever property we have inside this car class and the vehicle class, we can get access. Okay, suppose say this car having some property. Okay, say string name, that car having some model, right? So we are giving some model name, and that we give blank. Okay, for a time being, for now we are giving blank. This is the car attribute, right? This car classing having some attribute. So now we are going to create a object inside the main method. Okay. So for what class we are, for which class we are going to create object? For car class. Okay. So car that x. So let's see, can we get access of this like brand and this home method using the car object? Let's see. Uh, so y. See, we can get access that the brand and model name. So this brand is inside this vehicle, and there is a honk is there, honk method. Yes. So honk method is also there, and it is saying like this method is from vehicle class. Okay. If you see this. So this is the inheritance part. Okay, so basically we are extending the property of vehicle. That's why we can get access by using the object of the car class. Okay, using the object of the car class, we can get access of the whatever we have inside the vehicle class, right? Right. So it's need to be inside like we need to give it inside a variable, and we can call that variable in the print method. Okay, so for method we can give like call the method directly, and uh, I- and that we are going to concatenate these two. So now let's give some string value inside those variables. So let's give this as a Mustang. Okay, Mustang, and so this Mustang is a model name, and the vehicle is a that model is from the Ford company, right? So and let's run the program and see what's okay. So basically, that I have print this method, and this method is having some body inside it that we printed that honk honk. Okay, so it is printing the honk. And next, what we have done, we have gave this brand. Okay, in the single printing statement, we just Okay, brand and model name. And brand we have Ford and model name we have Mustang. Okay, so everyone got it right. What is inheritance? So, uh, like, do you got it, or I need to give you another example?
Yes, I got it.
So everyone understood, right? What is inheritance? How it actually works?
Yes.
Okay. So um, so next we have polymorphism. Okay. So what is polymorphism actually? Like polymorphism, basically, what we know by polymorphism. So polymorphism means many forms. Poly means many and morphism means forms. Okay, so polymorphism means many forms, and it occurs when we have many classes that are related to each other by inheritance. Okay, so basically, like what we say that polymorphism is another fundamental concept in Java that allows object of different classes to be treated as object of common superclass. Okay. It allows a single interface to present different type of object. Okay. Say, many uh, okay, basically it is like previous chapter we what like previous chapter, what we see like inheritance, right? So like previous inheritance, what inheritance? Inheritance let us inherit attribute and method from another class, right? So polymorphism use those methods to perform different tasks. Okay, this allows us to perform a single action in different ways. Okay. So So basically, this allows us to perform a single action in different ways. So let's see some example. Say example. So example, let's see. Create another line and say create another. Let's create some class. Okay. If um, circle. So now this circle square, right? Um, um, and say there is another class. That class is a main class, or any name you can give. X Y, Z. I'm giving for just test. Okay, that class having say like main class, having the main method. So now this circle main shape. This shape class having some attribute, right? So say this shape class is a super class, and those are the chat classes. Okay, that is taking the attribute like whatever the shape having, like square is a different shape, right? Square is having its own shape, and circle it's having its own shape, right? So shape, this shape class we are going to define a common method or whatever we say that will be inherited by these two classes. Okay. So basically what we know, like the class basically it is actually that allows object of different classes to be treated as object in a common superclass, right? So this is a superclass you can say, and it is treated as commonly for those two subclasses. Okay. So let's create a method. Or this is the method, and say okay. So let's go to circle. So now we are going to inherit that method, okay, this property inside the circle. And say like, without this. And give some body over here. So basically it is calling, if you see, like this draw method has something inside it, right? And now we are going to give some printing statement inside the draw method. Okay. Okay. Drawing a circle, save it. And uh, so we are going to extend the shape class. Okay. So in both class, square and circle, so shape is the common. Okay. That we are going to inherit that property. And that unimplement method we are going to implement here. So Save it. And let's come to the main method. Okay, there what we have. So now in the main method, we need to like for what class we need to create a like if I want to get access like there is shape and square that shape is a class that is a super class and child classes are square and circle, right? So in the main class, now I am going to call those attributes. Now I am going to get access those attributes inside that circle and square. So for that, which class I am need to create an object? Can anyone tell me if I like? So basically, if there is one super class, right, that is shape. And this shape is like inherited by this circle class and the square class. Those are the subclasses. Okay, so like if I say like we cannot create a object of the superclass, right? So we need to create a object of the subclass. Okay, so there is two subclass for to get access those attributes. We need to create a object for a circle class and object for the square class as well. And that circle class having the property of the shape class, right? So it will come. So now, mm, and uh, now we created object for both classes, both subclasses, and now we can get access of those attributes. Okay, those method. Okay. That for a specific method, that circle having its own method, like there, and we just specify there something different. Okay. So say now what we need to do say by object name xy dot say draw, and this draw is from circle, and yx this is for the square dot draw. This two different method like we specified, right? So it will actually give the different output that we gave inside the square, right? Square it will show the draw a square, and in circle it will show draw a circle. So let's run the okay. So everyone got it right. What is polymorphism is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Okay, so next coming to like Java inner class we have, right? So think like inheritance done. So think one thing like once again you think like what is inner class actually? First of all, like to create a inner class, we need to create a class, right? So if you say like inner class, so that's mean there should be some outer class also, right? For inner class. without outer class, how it can be like inside inner class. So basically in Java, like it is possible that the nested class that we say a class within a class, okay, that is a nested class. Okay, nested class. So the purpose of nested classes is to group the classes that belongs together. Okay, which makes our code more readability and maintainability. Okay, so how we do this? Uh, Java inner class. So let's see Java. Right. So inner classes have access to the members of the outer class. Okay. And can be used to encapsulate relate functionality within the outer classes. Okay. Um, um, Am I audible to everyone? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
Like
you are audible.
there's some network issue. If I disconnected, please stay here. Okay. The member of the outer class. Okay. Okay, so let's see. And this inner class, okay, that is also known as the nested class. Okay, this inner class, that classes inside a class. Okay, that class inside a class is a nested class. So let's see some examples. So coming to the example. So there is a main class and that having um, main method. Okay. So Basically what we are going to do, we are going to create a class. Okay, so here inside this class, so say outer class, name it. Here we are declaring some variables. X equals to say 20, and now again inside this outer class we are going to define another class, that is we are going to name it inner class. Okay. Uh, so basically we are going to define classes inside class, right? So say class, and this inner class, let's give some attributes inside it. A, okay, so we created a inner class. Okay. Now coming to the main class, right? This is a main class, and this class having a main method inside it. Okay. So now we are going to, so if I want to get access of this class, right? So for that, what we need to do? So we need to create an object, right? Get access of those attributes. So let's see. So there, if I want to get access this inner class attribute, for that I need to create an object of this inner class. So as well as like same way, like if I want to create an get access those attribute, I need to create an object of the outer class also. Okay, let's see, like outer class object is like, it is easy that we all already know like how we create an object. That is quite easy. So basically this is the way we create object, right? This is the syntax, that class name first comes, and after that we gave object name, right? Obj, and say new keyword operand and outer class. So now we can get access whatever inside this class. So we can get access only this X. Okay, if you see, let's try to access. So obj X is coming, but Y is not coming. Okay, so now if I want to get access, so for that I need to create an object, right? So how can I create this object? This class, remember, this class is inside this outer class. So to create an object, always remember the naming, right? So what is the syntax, right? So class name, for what class I am going to create object, that class name come first, then object name, then new operand, and then the constructor. Okay. So now for this, if you think a little, like if you think, so this is inside this outer class, right? So we, like previously what we see actually in the in Java and like packages and APIs, what we see here, if we say like packages and how we actually group related classes, right? We actually group it to avoid the conflict, name conflict and all. And we already, excuse me, and we already see the syntax, right? That the packaging, how it actually like stored in library and how it actually comes, right? So it is stored like package name dot class, like inside that package, after giving dot, it show you the classes there, right? So like same way. Okay, so same way we can say like we need to give the name. So syntax will be same, but there will be some path we need to define. Like first it comes outer class dot inner class. This will be the syntax. Okay. Say because it is inside the outer class, right? So outer class dot, and it is giving me the inner class. Okay, inner class. And now we can just give a object name that we are giving object name. So say XYZ object name I'm giving equals to, now say like outer class, right? So what operand, where it operand will come. So for outer class, we are going to create. So outer dot new, and we are going to give the constructor of inner class. Got it, everyone? So outer class dot, so basically we are going to pass the object of this. Okay. And now we say new, and here we are going to specify the constructor of the inner class. Okay. Got it, everyone? Like how we actually creating an object of the inner class. Let's say okay. So everyone understood how it is actually happening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like yeah, like here we can say like if I privatize the like inner class, so we can do the private, right? We can, if I want no one to access my inner class, I can give private, right? So basically this will not allow me to like create like this, like this will just give me an error. Okay, so the type outer class is not visible. Okay, so if the inner class is privatized, so for that we have different object creation method. Okay, if we privatize, so basically how we do that, the private, like, that private actually it will not give you the access. Okay, it will generate an error. Okay, it will not give you the access, and like for private we cannot like get an access. It will give you an error for that. And like private we got it, and if we make it static, right? So for static, what we need to, how would this actually happen? If I make this class static, uh, for static class, if I remove this comment, right? So basically it is giving me an error over here. Okay, illegal enclosing instance. So basically, our inner class can also be static, which means that we can access it without creating an object, right? That we already know. If the inner class is static, we just say like we just access it directly, right? Eh, comment this line, and I'm trying to get access this directly. So now for that, what I need to do, inner class. So I just call the inner class dot sorry, that inner class. So static inner class, right? Static class. So static class, but yes, remember one thing. You got this inner class is static, right? But the outer class is not a static. So similarly, you have to create an object for inner class also. Okay, see how it actually done. I'm creating an object for static inner class. Okay. So outer class dot inner class and giving some name, object name I'm giving, and after that use new and say this will come for static inner class. Okay. So now I created a object for static inner class, and previously this is for public inner class. This object creation is for public inner class. If your inner class is public, then this object creation, the object is like creating an object. How we do, like outer class dot inner class object name, then object of the outer class dot new inner class. Okay. So let's try to print xy dot, and now we can get access of y. Right. So for say remove that thing. Okay. Now it is giving error. So for public and static, right? Say these are the two object creation way for static and public. If you remove the static, it will take this line, this object. If you give it a static, like it is now private by default, and now I'm going to say static, make it static class. Static. So now this will taking this object, right? So everyone clear, right? Public static inner class. Like two different way to create an object of static and public inner class. So everyone clear, like anyone having any doubt? Okay. So next what we have? Inner classes done. So you guys like understood? Please speak up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Inner
Yes, sir.
outer.
I understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Vaishnavi, you understood, right? If you face any problem, like
Yes,
if you
sir.
don't understood, please like say, okay,
Sir,
yes.
Yes, sir.
sir, I'm Radha. Actually, this is my first class. Today I'm joining.
Radha, okay, Radha, okay, nice. So
Sir,
like,
how can I watch the
yes.
previous sessions?
Yeah, previous session already like in our website, okay, PCS Global website, there you can go and you can see, like we already
No,
have
no,
all
no, no,
these.
no, no. PCS Global, not All-Star. PCS Global YouTube channel. You can visit the PCS
Yeah,
Global YouTube
PCS
channel
Global YouTube channel.
and go to the playlist of the YouTube channel, and there you find that EILP in the playlist. Then in EILP, you will get the all videos of the previous session. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's start.
Okay, so let me check like which concept has we haven't that abstract we have abstract keyword we understood right here. Okay. Next we have abstraction. That what is Java abstraction? That abstract class and method. Okay. I actually discussed this topic previously. Right. Okay, let's. Okay. Like previously, I have done this abstract class, abstract keyword, right? So let's do it again. Are you like understood previously what is abstract class and abstract method, like how we are going to do that data abstraction? So, okay, Radha, your this is your first session, right? Session. So,
Yes,
uh, like, tell me, like, what you know, like, what you know, the any technologies you previously.
actually, I know Python and SQL, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, sir.
So, like, you are here for full stack Java developer.
Yes, sir. I actually completed Python full stack in this.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. Go through the previous session, Radha. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So basically, what is Java abstraction? Like there is a abstract class and say there is abstract method. We say so. Basically, abstraction means like a data abstraction is the process of hiding certain details and showing only essential information to the user. Okay. Abstraction can be achieved with either abstract class or interface. Okay. So both are quite similar. Okay. So abstract class, we will do the like abstract class. Basically, what we say, the abstract keyword that is like non-access modifier we know, like used for classes and methods, right? So we put this abstract keyword in front of class and or any method. Okay. So that makes the class and method abstract. Okay. So abstract class, it is restricted class that cannot be used to create object. Okay. Or you say like to get access, we cannot get access. We cannot use that. Okay. And it must be inherit from other class. Okay. We cannot give like such a body inside the abstract method. Okay. It should be inherited. Okay. So basically, abstract method can only be used in an abstract class. Inside the abstract class, we can declare abstract method. Okay. And yeah, and remember one thing, that if you like declared any abstract method inside the abstract class, so in that case, you cannot provide any body to that abstract method. Okay. So that body should be provided by the subclass. Okay, that subclass means in that you are inheriting from. Okay. Uh, Basically, abstraction can be achieved with either abstract class or interfaces. Okay. So we will see like what are the interfaces. So that comes under like multiple inheritance. Okay. That interface. Okay. So basically like abstraction can be achieved with either abstract classes, right? And remember, like the abstract keyword is a non-access modifier used for class and like method that we want to make an abstract, right? So it is restricted class that cannot be used to create object. Okay. So we cannot create object inside that class. Okay. So abstract method can only be used in abstract class and it does not have a body. The body is provided by the subclass. Okay. So let's see some example of abstract class and abstract method. Uh, okay, let's create. create, say like we are the working abstract class, right? So create class and make it abstract class and say like animal class, that is an abstract class. And there we don't have main method. We cannot create object, right? Uh, this is a abstract class, okay. Let's create another account, another class that is a subclass. This is a like abstract class, and what we know actually that abstract class we cannot pass any body, so the body is provided by the subclass, right? So we need to create another class that is a subclass. Okay. Let's create another class and name it like animal, and so let's name it some animal name. Okay, give it some animal, so specify that dog or cow. Okay, create a, because this is a parent class, right? And it will that subclass will inherit all the property, right? So property from the parent class, right? So if this animal is a like parent class, so that animal category, and thus animal category having lots of animal in it, right? So take one animal, suppose say pig class, and this pig class will inherit the property of animal class. So extend, so what we know? We know like to inherit the property of the superclass, we use extend keyword. Extends that animal. Okay. Uh, yeah, animal. Now give some method like abstract class having some abstract method inside it. Right? So create some abstract method, and as well as we can declare some normal method also, not only the abstract method we can declare inside the abstract class. Okay. We can regular method we also can declare. Okay. So say like we are. Okay, so that abstract method can't have any body. Remove this thing and as well as you can pass some regular method also. So, so excess lead. So this abstract class animal. So this animal class is an abstract class, and this class having one abstract method that is animal sound and having one regular method. Okay. So say this is the abstract method. So abstract, yeah, a, and so this method basically we don't give any body inside it. Okay. We don't provide body inside abstract. So this method should be called in the subclass, and there we can give the body. Okay. So now pick. So here you can see like it is giving some error. So it will tell me like there inside this abstract class we have some method inside it. So some method that is not implemented, those method. So we need to give the implementation. If you say like add unimplemented method, okay, so it will add for you. Okay. So now here we can give the body that animal. Now this method, this abstract method is being inherited, right? So now we can give some body here. We can whatever we need to print, we can give here. Yeah. That pig is animal sound. Say uh, this is a pig sound. Like, and the body. Now you can say like this method. We are giving body here. Okay. Uh, so now next we are going to like get access of all those properties, right? So let's create another class, that class having a main method inside it. Okay. So let's create a class, that class say XYZ, and this class having the main method inside it, right? So basically what we are going to do, we are going to get access of those attributes that having inside this pig and animal abstract class, right? So get access those. So we cannot create an object of the abstract class, right? So for that, we are going to create the object of the P class that is extending the animal class, right? So this P class having access of all the attribute that belongs to the animal class, right? So if I create the object of this P class, that's mean whatever the attribute that having inside this P class will get access, as well as whatever the attribute that having inside the animal class will get access. Okay. So let's see. So create an object of the P class. Okay. Uh, so basically like now I'm created an object of this pig class, and animal class having a regular method that is slip. So now it should give me the access of that slip method also. Okay. That I'm getting the access of this method. Okay. As well as that method inside the animal class also. So we animal sound method is there. Okay. And it plus animal. It should come, right? Sleep should come. Sleep is not here. Where is? Okay. Oh, yes. Here is the sleep. Okay. So can get access of all those properties, right? Animal sound is there. So Save it and run the program. Okay, now it is coming, right? So, like anyone having any doubts related to abstraction, Java abstraction? Like everyone understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next what we have? We have interface, right? So what is like Java interface? Basically, it is another way to achieve the abstraction in Java. Okay, is with interface. Like basically what we doing, like we are doing like creating a abstract class, and we are mentioning all the method over there, right? Abstract method. That method can't be have body inside it, right? That we cannot put and give any body inside that. Same thing like for interface also, like we use interface. Like this is like what you say, same as abstract class. Okay, but that what we do that interface should be implemented. We cannot like extend it. Okay, it should be implemented. So there is a keyword called implements. So using that implements, like we use those keyword instead of extend, right? So in abstract class, what we actually, okay, here we actually did extend, right? So because of this is abstract class, if this class is like interface, so for this we should like what we say, like implement those things. Okay, we cannot extend. So there is different keyword implements. Okay, let's see like so basically it is a reference type, okay, like similar to the class that class we actually, but that contain abstract method also, like method without a body, and constant like and that variables that declare within a final keyword we can say, right? So a class can be implement multiple interfaces. Okay, So basically, we can say like it serves a blueprint for a class specifying a set of method signature that must be implemented by any class that claim to implement that interface. Okay. So and like we can say like an interface can be through a collection of abstract method. Okay, that don't have body. Okay, you can say. So let's see like how we can. Let's see some examples. Okay. Uh, So here, if you see there, it's called a Java interface. Okay, this is a Java interface. Okay. So we are going to create an interface, right? So let's clear it out. We are going to create an interface. Okay, so name it. So I'm going to name animal. And here you can see like it will not give me any main method, right? We cannot give a main method inside a interface, animal interface. So this is the interface keyword and this is the class name, that interface name. So this interface having and say we can create a abstract method. Okay. Uh, uh, and because this is interface, we will not like say abstract here. Okay, so we just declare the method and that is like take as abstract method. Okay, we don't need to mention the abstract keyword here. Previously what we are doing, we are actually mentioning the abstract keyword there, right? So if you say here, this is abstract class and this is like abstract method, we mentioning that, right? So in case of interface, we don't mention that abstract over there. So abstract and interface both are different, but their approaches are the same thing. Okay, remember this. Like, are you getting right? So the abstraction is the another way to achieving this thing, and interface is the another way to achieving the similar thing. Okay. So now we say like we are just declaring a method void and say animal sound. This is a interface method. Okay. And this does not have a body. We cannot provide a body. For that, we need to like inherit his property. Two subclass. Okay. Okay. So lot of way you can. So interface we created, declare some method inside it. So those are the interface. And next we are going to create a class. That is a subclass that will be implement this animal class. Okay. Class and and we here what we gonna do, we gonna inherit, right? So for inheritance we just do implement. Okay, implements the animal class, and here like it will ask for that unimplemented method that is there, right? So it will ask for and it will override it. Yeah. So I will do it manually. And there is another method, right? Okay, the error gone. So we implemented those methods here. So now it will show no error. Okay. Now we can pass a body here. Okay, we can give our printing system over here. And we'll give. So we gave a body here. Now we are going to do what? We are going to call those like we need to call this inside the main method, right? Otherwise, how we can going to print this out? Somewhere it should be called, right? We cannot run this. We cannot run without a main method. So let's create another class, and there we are going to get access all the attributes. That class name I'm giving test, and the test class having the main method. Now inside the main method, I'm going to get access all those attributes that having pick class, right? So this is the interface, so we cannot create a object of the interface, right? So for that we are going to create a class of this pick class, and that we are going to get access all the method right here. Okay, so now by object name we can get access. Animal sound we have here, and next we have like sleep. So everyone got this right. So interface and how it actually works. So we do we use this implement keywords, right, to inherit the property of the whatever we have in the interface, right? So this is the parent class. You can say, okay, this is the interface. Okay. So this is the parent class and this is the subclass, pig class. And this parent class having some property. And this pig class will implementing those properties. Okay. So basically we can create another class, and we can uh, create another class, dog class, and the dog class can inherit the property of the animal class, right? So implements animal here, and it will ask for the unimplemented method. Okay. So here are those unimplemented method. Okay. So here you can give some animal sound. Okay. What you say? They bark. And so same thing like this. That's good. Now, this dog class that I implemented all the animal class method. So in taste class, to get access to those attributes, so whatever the method we are having inside the dog class, so for that we need to create an object of that dog class, right? So now we can get access whatever the dog class having, right? Those attributes. So the animal sound, okay, and uh, that sleep. So you can see like this is from dog class, right? So there should be some different sound of these different classes, right? Save it and run it. Let's see. Okay, so everyone understood, right? How it actually happening. So how the interface works. more than one interface, we can use also, like that will be multiple interfaces. Okay. Okay. So basically, like now there is like multiple in interfaces there. Like this is a single interface. Like so next we have multiple interfaces. Okay. So give one name inside day one. So okay. So this like multiple interfaces like for today it is less. Okay. Let's create one package. 9 and so like most of them are left. Okay, so uh, you guys gave the attendance, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's see like what is multiple inheritance. How we achieve the multiple in like inheritance, like using interface, multiple interfaces, like multiple that you know, right, that multiple inheritance we cannot achieve it, like we can achieve it by using multiple interfaces, not inheritance, right? Multiple interfaces. Um, let's create some interfaces. So let's create interface one. uh, uh, interface one. Okay, and create second interface. Okay, interface two. And let's work with this two interface. So more than one interface is multiple interface. You can add the three, two, three, like whatever the number you can. Okay, add it. So let's see. So suppose so I'm having interface one, and let's create a method, interface method. Okay, declare some method. Yeah. So this is a method, interface method, and let's create another method inside the second interface. So let's create. Okay. So these are the two methods respectively in two different interfaces, right? We are creating. So now let's create a child class. Okay, that subclass we say, right? That will inherit this two property, two interfaces, right? Uh, let's give a class name. Uh, let's create a class and say that class name say demo. Okay, I'm giving the class name as demo. Okay, and This demo class will do what? This demo class will implement those two classes, those two interfaces. Okay, how it will. So for interfaces, what we know that implement keyword, right? If we want to inherit implements, and the class that I want to inherit, right? This class, copy this class. Like you need to pass here and give comma and respectively whatever class you want to inherit, you can do, right? Giving commas and mentioning those classes. Okay. And now it is showing error because these two classes having some interface method, right? These are the method that called like interface method. Okay. That we cannot say it as an abstract method because it that we are working in interface, right? We are working with interface. So basically you will see like in abstract class, there is regular method we can declare here as regular method is taking as interface method. Okay. So now here we are implemented, right? So two classes, that two interfaces we implemented here. Now we can get access those attribute or whatever the method that having inside this interface one and interface two that can be accessed in this demo. Okay, this demo class. So now we are going to implement those method. Okay. So here public void and that method name that we declared over here, that mine, and we are going to pass some body over here. Uh, and it's still showing some error, like it is asking for the implement that is not implemented right here. Okay. That we gave it here, that method is not implemented there, right? In the demo class. So for like we need to give. And here now you can see the error is gone, right? So now we already implemented this two method. Now see. So this, and so now it is implemented. So basically this is the subclass, right? So there is class, that class having a main method. So for that we are going to create a class that having a main method inside it. That main class having a main method, and this main class for now you guys now tell me like what to do, like if I want to get access those attributes. Anyone? Yeah. Basically we are going to create an object of this demo class. Okay. If you remember, like we cannot create a object of that abstract class or interface class, right? So we are going to create of the subclass, we are going to create an object of the subclass that is already implemented those two interfaces, right? So now we are going to create an object of that demo class. Sorry, the object name we are going to give that obj new constructor. Okay. So now we can get access by using the object. Okay. So here object of demo. See demo class. So here we have my two method, my method, right? select and right. So if I run this main class that having a main method, right? Okay. So everyone got this right? Anyone having any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. That's it for today. So we already completed lot of things, right? Surface done. Main things we already done that OOPS concept have. Okay. Okay, so from next session we will continue. Okay.